Hey guys, welcome to my Q&A video. Let's get comfortable, grab a snack, grab a drink, because I'm about to answer your questions. All right, so I wrote down all your questions. I did like a little Instagram story, and I had you guys ask me questions, anything that you guys liked. So I got the questions from Instagram, and then a few of you asked me some questions here on YouTube. If you don't follow me on Instagram, this is my Instagram name. Please give me a follow because I post on there regularly. I do all my comparison shots from all my filming locations on there, and on my story I'll post some other stuff as well. So I'm at my parents' house, so if you hear anything, I apologize in advance because I cannot control what happens out there. So let's get started, right? So my first question comes from Instagram. This is from Goosen Martin. You know what? I'm gonna apologize now if I get any of your names incorrect. The ones that I cannot really pronounce, I'm just gonna spell them out. But this is from Goosen Martin, spelled Goosen, Martin, Martin. And the question was, how do you get the time and funding to do what you do? That's a very good question. When it comes to time, it depends. If I'm on a work trip, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit, that's okay. If I'm on a work trip, then the timing depends on when I have to go back to work. So sometimes I have very short amount of time to go visit a location. As most of you know, if you don't know, I am a flight attendant. It's not something that I like to talk about too much because people think that because I'm a flight attendant, that's how I am able to do what I do. But yes and no, and I'll explain. Being a flight attendant, yes, I get the flexibility to travel, but it doesn't pay for still me getting to a location. Like once I'm in a state, I still either have to Uber or rent a car. And if I don't have time at work, I take I take my own time to travel. So I'll either drive myself somewhere or fly myself somewhere. So then I'm also spending money on hotels and stuff. And then the second part of that question is where do I get the funding? Myself. Unfortunately, I do not make money off of YouTube. Perhaps someday I will, but as of now, I do not make any money doing this. This is a hobby that I started on my own, and basically I have to save up to do what I do. Thankfully, I've met a really great guy in the past 2 years, and he has been helping me a lot with traveling. Because he also loves filming locations, so thankfully, we help each other out when it comes to doing some filming location trips. I'll either pay for the rental car and he'll pay for the hotels, or we split everything. So that actually has helped a lot. But before that, I was paying for everything. Unfortunately, being a flight attendant doesn't pay for everything. It may get you a free flight somewhere, and then keep in mind that as a flight attendant, I don't just fly for free, it's standby. So I may or may not get on a flight depending on how booked it is. So it doesn't always work out, again. But maybe someday, if I get more subscribers and more views, then who knows, maybe I'll start making, even if it's just a little bit, and I can travel more and show you guys more of filming locations and stuff like that. Question number 2 comes from Anna.Elizabeth.W. And this is also Instagram. And her question is, favorite movie to watch and favorite movie location. When it comes to favorite movies, that's a really hard question because I have a lot of favorite movies. I wish I can show you like collection of my movies. Like I have a ton of movies. Like I love collecting movies. But I have a favorite movie from different genres. So I'll just name a few because I cannot just pick one. The Goonies, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Geez, it's gonna be hard. Dirty Dancing. Oh my gosh, Dumb and Dumber is one of my favorite comedies of all time. Geez, Skeleton Key, Halloween, 13 Ghost, Scream. What's another one that I love so much? Gosh, it's just, I have so many favorite movies, but hopefully that answers your questions. I have so many favorites. Like I have them all. I have like a few written down because I get this question a lot and I don't even know where that paper is right now, but those are some of my favorites. Let's see. Next question comes from Panorama de Cinema. He's actually one of my Instagram friends that also loves traveling. So check out PANORAMADECINEMA, Panorama de Cinema on Instagram. He's great. He does filming locations as well. He's overseas. And his question is, did you ever have problems with locals on any filming locations? I've never had any problems. You know what? I don't know. I've had problems like getting out of a filming location. I don't know that I actually had. Thankfully, no one's ever yelled at me for recording in front of their house. Thank God that hasn't happened yet. I did get in trouble once. I guess I can say in trouble in Colombia when I was in Bogota. I was doing a filming location for Mile 22. And I was inside of the restaurant, and usually when I go to a restaurant, I'll buy something first and then I'll go ahead and take pictures. Usually I ask if I'm allowed to, but this time I didn't ask. And so I was sitting down eating, and then I snapped a picture like right in front of me, and then I took a little video, like I just went like this, and there was a security guard behind me, and he came up to me and told me to stop. And I don't know if he asked me to leave, but I think I just ended up leaving because he was kind of rude. But I think that has been my only issue so far, thank God. Good question, by the way. Question number 4 comes from Dammit Debo. Thank you, because this guy is one of the best people on Instagram. He's always showing a lot of support, so I appreciate you. And his Instagram name is DAMMITDEBO. His question is, if you could play any Kate Hudson role, what would you pick? Oh, I love this question. See, he knows me. If you guys don't already know, I am a huge Kate Hudson fan, like huge. And so I'm constantly posting about her. And so this is like a great question. But if I could play any Kate, I think if I could be in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and Skeleton Key, I think those are my top 2. I also love Almost Famous, but I think if I had to pick one to actually like which role I would pick, I think it would be Skeleton Key, because it's such an interesting movie, and it was shot in such a cool way, and I love the storyline, so I think I'll pick Skeleton Key. Thank you. Good question. All right, next question is from Peaky Blinders 71. So if you guys know how to spell Peaky Blinders, that's a good one. That's an easy one. His question is, favorite horror film and why? I think I kind of already mentioned a few of them. But if I could pick just one, gosh, I don't know. It's hard for me to pick just one movie, but my favorite scary movie and why. All right, hold on. I gotta really think here because I have so many favorite scary movies, but darn. I mean, there's the people under the stairs. If I go from like way back till now, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like I said before, Scream, 13 Ghost, Halloween, Poltergeist. Geez, I have so many favorites. I don't know which one to pick. I don't know if I should pick one. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick one, but it's one of my top favorites, and I'm gonna pick Scream, only because Scream changed the game. You know what I mean? Like, I had never seen a scary movie, like an opening, an opening such as Scream. Like, it was such a great film, and like I said, it changed the name of the game, and I think that's my answer there. So, all right, let's go to the next one. What was your most difficult moment filming these videos? And the question comes from Real Bill Johnson, and he doesn't spell it with 2 L's, so let me spell his name. RealBillJohnson. So Real Bill Johnson with one L. My most difficult moment filming these videos. Let me think. Usually my most difficult moments come when I'm by myself, because I don't have anyone there helping me, and I'm trying to do so many things at once. Most difficult. If I get my most difficult moment, I don't know. I'm not sure that it's been very difficult. I think it's always about like, dang, I wish somebody else was with me so that I can be in the shot, or if, but I did have trouble coming out of a location once. So it happened here in Orlando, actually, and I went to go film inside of an elementary school, and I parked my car inside of the school. It was after hours, so nobody was there, so I didn't think it'd be a problem. And so I went towards the back of the school, and I was taking some pictures, and I was back there for a little while, at least 15 to 20 minutes. And when I came back out, they had locked the gate and my car was inside. So I could have like easily maybe jumped the fence, but then like I didn't have my car. So I was freaking out. I started trying to come up with like ways of like, how am I gonna get out of here? And then there was a phone number like next to the door, and so I started calling the number, and they're like, why are you locked there? And so I tried to explain real quick why, and then thankfully there was a guy who was still there, and he gave me a hard time at first and like told me he was gonna call the cops, but he was joking. And eventually he opened the gate and I got out. So I guess that can count as most difficult moment, only because I was stuck. But I haven't had any like moments where it's hard to get into something, like crawling or anything like that. No, I think that would qualify as that one. All right, so my next question is, what is your dream location to visit? And this one is from Gliveco. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's spelled Gliveco. So what is my dream location to visit? Okay, so I have a few, so I'm just gonna start naming whatever I can remember right now. So number 1, Dumb and Dumber. I did a few filming locations already from Dumb and Dumber, but I want to finish the entire movie, and that is located up in Utah. Never been to Utah. It's been on my list for a long time. Number 2, The Goonies. So I want to go up to Astoria, Portland area, Oregon. Jurassic Park, along with a bunch of other movies up in Hawaii. In California, there's like so many of them, but there's a few that I really, really want to go to, like The Birds, which is like super far. Like I need to, I forget the name of the town, but the birds, the house from Scream, I would love to visit that house. What else? That's at least 5 right there, but there's a few more that I can think of right now that I would love. Oh, up in like New York area, I want to go where A Quiet Place filmed. That's always been on top of my list. I can't think of any more right now, but if I think of anything else, I'll just like blur it out. But thank you for the question. Next question. What was your first location that you really wanted to visit? This comes from Steve_ESSS. So Steve is spelled with 1 E, STEVE_ESSS. So what was your favorite location that you really wanted to visit? I think you're preferring to, like, if you mean like the very first time that I started doing this, like what was the first location I wanted to go to? I think Dirty Dancing was like one of the first ones, like on my, like that I could remember right now. I would have to say Dirty Dancing. Even though my first video on YouTube was Stranger Things, and I absolutely loved doing that one, I think one of the first ones that I started thinking about, like, which ones would I want to visit? I think Dirty Dancing was like top of the list. All right, next question. What resources do you use to find locations? That's a very good question. This one is from Be Bold and Venture. They also visit filming locations on Instagram, so check them out. It's BEBOLDANDVENTURE. Be Bold and Venture. Anyways, resources. Google. Google is your best friend when doing this. I simply just put the name of the TV show or the movie and followed by film locations. So for example, Skeleton Key filming locations, and search, and a bunch of things will pop up. Sometimes you have to do a little more research and you have to take more time, because sometimes nothing will pop up. Sometimes what I can do, if I can't find anything, I'll watch the movie a bunch of times. I'll pause to see if there's a straight name. If you go on IMDb, IMDb is also one of my best friends. IMDb will post under the movie that you want to visit. It actually says filming locations. You click on that and they will at least tell you what state they filmed. So at least you know what state, you know, and then you can go off that. But yeah, sometimes pausing a movie and seeing if there's a street sign or a name of a building. Sometimes I know they dress them up sometimes, so, or it's inside of a studio, but sometimes it works, especially for TV shows. Sometimes you'll see a street name next to, you know, the actor or whatever. But yeah, usually what do you call it, Google. And then a couple of websites that I use sometimes. One of the best filming location tourists, whatever you want to call us, his name is Now and Then. He's got a great website if you want to look up filming locations. Also, oh shoot, I should have written everybody's name down. I'll probably, like, if I have time while I'm editing, not if I have time, I will have time while I'm editing, I'll try to add some people's, some websites that I search sometimes from. That way you guys can also check them out. All right, next question. If you could collab with another filming vlogger, who would it be? Who would you want to work with? And that comes from Brad Patts. That's BRADPATTS. Thank you, Brad. I love this question. There's actually a few people I want to work with. Let's see. As far as YouTube is concerned, let's see if I can remember names right now. I'm so bad with names. Well, Scott on Tape. I don't know if you guys follow Scott on Tape. If you don't, you better go follow Scott on Tape. He does filming locations. He does crime stuff. I mean, you name it. He does a lot of stuff. So check him out. I would love to work with Scott on tape. So yeah, I wanted to go back to this question because I couldn't think of some names. So people that I want to work with. So here on YouTube, there is Adam the Woo. I've been following him for a while now, and thanks to him, he's helped me out with some filming locations. I would love to work with Mobile Instinct again, my friend Chris. Jordan over there, and he's got that new YouTube name, Jordan's Film Quest. Who else would I love to collab with? Then and Now. I mentioned him before. He's great. Who else? Oh, Grim Life. I actually met them a while ago, right before they moved to California, and yeah, I would love to work with them. I would love to work with my friend Jessie Smiles. It's funny because I've been in her videos, but she's never been in any of mine. So I would love to do something with her. I don't know what we would do together, but I'm gonna ask her next time I see her. Who else would I love to work with? Like I said before, Scott on tape. I just wanted to like answer this question again because I know that I couldn't think of everyone's name. And then on set, like I was saying, going to the movies. I think those are the ones that I could, like at least the ones I can think of right now. If I forgot anyone, I'm so sorry. I just can't think of them all right now. But those are like, I'll just name those for now. And if I think of anyone else, one day I will give them a shout out on Instagram. Think of it. Okay. Very good question. Next one. Do you only search for movie locations or do you also explore historical locations? That's from Ortega Danny, spelled ORTEGADANNY. So when I started YouTube, I didn't really know where I wanted to go with it. I knew that I wanted to do filming locations because it was what I was doing at the time, but I wasn't doing videos. So I started out with filming locations, and then when I was in different states, there was really cool places that I was like, this would make a cool video. So I started doing a few other places here and there. If you've been following me, you know that I did like in Philly, I did the Magic Gardens. Up in, I forget what state, I did some other video. I also like to do pop-up bars. Usually they're movie related, so I guess that's actually movie stuff. Car museums are always cool. But historical sites, I mean, some filming locations that I have gone to are historical sites, so that kind of works hand in hand, but I don't have time to do both at the same time. So and it would be a lot more research and stuff, so I just usually try to stick to filming locations. But I do want to do some other stuff. It's just really tough with my schedule to do more, but I will definitely try to venture out a little bit more out of filming locations. But yeah, on my own, without YouTube, without a camera in my hand, I like to visit historical sites all the time. Like I've been to a lot of museums, a lot of cool places all over the world, but I just don't document them all. But who knows, maybe later on I'll start, you know, posting different stuff. Next question, do you ever want to go back to a location you have been before? This comes from my friend Ryan, and Ryan's Instagram account is RYNSURF_84. So let's see. Yes, absolutely. And two reasons why. One, because some of them are so freaking cool that I always want to go back. And then another reason is because sometimes I go back and look at my own videos and I'm like, man, I could have done that video better. So there's a few location videos that I'm gonna redo, like the monster one with Charlize Theron. That's in the works of me redoing it, because I look back at it and I was like, you know. Dirty Dancing, I want to go back to it. I had a lot of people tell me how terrible my filming was, and I do remember it was a little shaky. I was too quick. Like I was still starting out, you know, I'm still learning. But yeah, I was a little off on that video, so I would love to do that one again. But Dirty Dancing, not just because the video was terrible, I just want to go back because I love the resort. I had a great time, and then I always want to go back to the Stanley Hotel. That's what it's called. The Stanley Hotel. That's the name of the hotel where Dumb and Dumber, you know, a scene from Dumb. I couldn't remember the name earlier. Stanley. I always want to go back there. We've been twice already, and I would love to go back. Another one that I would love to do, Clueless. I would love to go back to all those locations because I never made a video, and that one I will definitely do someday. I just don't know when. All right, thanks, Ryan. All right, so these next questions, the next three are from YouTubers, or from YouTube, sorry, YouTubers. I mean, maybe you guys are YouTubers, I don't know. But this first one, oh, he is a YouTuber. He's also a good friend on Instagram as well. His name is Jordan's Film Quest. He is here on YouTube. Go check him out. He does filming locations and other stuff as well, so go check him out. His question is, what got you into filming locations? I like this question. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but I always wanted to be an actress. I still want to be an actress. It was always my dream since I was a little girl. I took acting classes, and you know, I got my headshots done. Like I was ready to go, and then I freaked out. I didn't want to audition. I just thought of auditioning scared the crap out of me, and I didn't pursue it as much as I should. Then I started working at Universal Studios, and I worked there for 10 years and just didn't do any acting, and I regret it a lot. And so I think visiting filming locations kind of fills that void for me, because I just find it so interesting and exciting to step in the same place that, you know, someone as Kate Hudson or Jim Carrey or whoever it is once stood. And yeah, that's why I do it. I love it. I love to see it in person. Like, you see it in the big screen, but then when you're there, you're just like, wow, I can't believe I'm here. Like, and it's exciting every time. So thank you for the question, Jordan. Next question, who's the person most you would like to meet or have met from the movies? And this question comes from Bandit Smoking, BANDIT, and smoking, spelled just like that. So thanks for the question. So I've already mentioned Kate Hudson. She is my idol. I adore her. I actually met her twice already. If you don't mind scrolling down a little bit, I actually have a video, 2 videos actually. Both times that I met her, I made a video. The first time actually shows the moment that I went up to her and I lost my crap. I didn't want to say the S word. I started to cry like a little baby. And she was so sweet. She held my hand. She's like, it's okay, don't cry. I'm like, bless your heart. So yeah, Kate Hudson. But people that I would love to meet that I have not met yet, Jim Carrey. God, I hope someday I get to meet Jim Carrey. Bill Murray, Matthew McConaughey, Blake Lively, Emma Stone. Who else do I love very, very much? Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore. Trying to think of other male actors. I always name a lot of female actors. Who else? I mean, there's directors that I would love to meet as well, but as far as actors, I mean, those are like my top ones that I can think right now. I'm sure I'm forgetting so many more. Yeah, I think that's it. Next, and this is the final question from you guys here on YouTube. Thanks for the question. And the question is, what's your favorite movie? This is from Ezio, E-Z-I-O. I think I've already kind of answered this because, like I said, I have a lot of favorite movies. So let me think of other ones that I haven't said yet. So Hocus Pocus, Hocus Pocus, Clueless, oh shoot, hold on, I gotta think. Oh shoot, I have so many favorites, but I can't think of them all right now. Oh shoot. I'm trying to remember, but I just can't remember them all. All right, I think that's it because I can't remember. It's funny because usually I have all my movies behind me. Like when I was living in my apartment, my last apartment, they were all behind me, so I could always go back and look. Oh, don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. I could always go back and look, but right now not having, you know, them behind me, and right now they're still in boxes because I need to buy a DVD stand. If you guys know of a good DVD stand, I have over, I don't even know, like over 500 movies, so I need a really good DVD stand. If you guys know one, please let me know in the comments, please. I'm gonna start just naming movies as they pop up in my head. Jurassic Park, oh god, so many others. I have so many favorite movies, but thank you for the question. And then I have 2 questions from my sister. First, I asked my niece, and she's like, I don't know. I was like, yeah, she doesn't care. So I asked my sister, and she actually had 2 questions for me. So she said, what do you pick? Wait, why do you pick the movies that I do? Like, basically, she's asking me, like, why do you pick these movies? So it's a very good question because I first started out with my favorites. Like, I just wanted to visit my favorite movies. But after I joined Instagram, I got a lot of requests for different movies, different TV shows. So then I started visiting locations that other people wanted to see. So like when I did The Walking Dead, I hadn't even watched the show, but I was getting so many requests for it that I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. And then eventually I saw the show, and I loved it. But yeah, mainly that's what it was. First, it was because I wanted to see them, like I wanted to see my favorites, and I still do that. I still go see the ones I want to see, but once in a while I do like to do some requests. And then her last question is, and this would be the last question of this video, why do you like visiting filming locations? And I basically already answered that. Like I said, it's because the love of filming and films, and you know, and I don't just love like being an actor and being in front of the camera. I like behind the scenes, like, you know, what producers do, what, you know, what the lighting and cinematography, like just the whole spectrum. Like for me, just films in general, the whole thing is just so exciting and interesting to me. Thanks to YouTube, I've learned a little bit here about editing, and I still have so much to learn, but it's so cool, you know, to be able to put videos together. And I see other people, like other YouTubers, and they do all these cool things with their videos. Like they're adding like they have things popping out, and then like these graphics and special effects, and I'm like, wow, like I want to do that too, you know. So yeah, I love the whole world of film and all that stuff. So that's why I do it, because it's exciting, and I love watching movies. I like being in movies. I love acting. By the way, if you are on TikTok, I have 2 TikToks. I have one that I act silly and I do some acting and dancing. And so if you want to watch me be silly, that's Leslie Love 143, I believe it is. Leslie, if you look up Leslie Love, eventually you'll find me. But I believe it's Leslie Love 143. And then I have one for my filming location, and that's filming locations _ on TikTok. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram name is Leslie Love Film Locations. All right. And then I think that's it. Oh, and I'm also on Facebook now. It's just Leslie Love. So if you have a Facebook account, I started a page there. So go give it a like or a follow, and I really would really appreciate it. And then for you guys on YouTube, thank you for everything, for all the comments, for the likes, for the critiques, for, you know, everything. Because I take it all in, you know. Sometimes I need someone to be like, girl, like, slow down, you're too fast with your camera, or that was terrible, or that was great, you know. Just say it with love, because I'm sensitive. All right, well, thanks so much for all the questions, and I will see you guys next time on my next adventure.